Hey everyone, here is a quick video on some fretboard knowledge for you guys. Finding notes on the fretboard and getting that really locked into your playing and your perception of the guitar. Let's check it out. So one of the first things you really want to have a very good grasp on is knowledge of the notes itself. What are the notes in our music system and what are the distances between those notes? The quick answer to that is we have 7 natural notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and then we have natural half steps between B and C and E and F. Now, a half step on the guitar is really easy. It's just the distance of 1 fret, which would make a whole step 2 frets. So now with those 2 pieces of information, you can already start to lay out notes on the guitar pretty organically. Let's start with the low E string. So open E string. Again, E to F is a half step. So first fret. So 0 plus 1, right? And then F to G, whole step, up 2 frets. G to A, whole step. A to B, whole step, B to C, half step, C to D, whole step, and then D to E. We turn back around, we're back on E now, at the 12th fret. You know you did things right if when you get to the 12th fret, it's the same note as the name of the string. E string, E note on the 12th fret. All those other frets that we didn't play are going to be accidentals, sharps or flats. So if we go through again, including those frets, E, half step to F, F plus a half step is F sharp, and then G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, again B to C, half step, C sharp, D, D sharp, and E. Those in-between notes can also be called by different names. We could call them by their flat names. Let's do the flats on the way down. So E, minus a half step, E flat, D, D flat, C, half step to B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, down a half step to E. So that would just be how our musical system is laid out on one string of the guitar. For the sake of practice and really getting this into your own playing, start with just the natural notes and start with just 1 or 2 strings at a time. The E string is a really good starting point for this because there's 2 E strings. So if you learn the notes on this E string, they're going to be the same notes on this E string, albeit in a higher octave. So you've already learned a third of the guitar by just focusing on the E string, and then you have, only 4 strings left after that. The next logical place would be learning the A string, and I like doing the E string and the A string with a lot of my students first because those 2 strings lay out a lot of chord shapes and a lot of scale shapes for us as guitar players. So things like bar chords are off the E and the A strings, and a lot of our scale shapes are laid out from the E string or the A string. That will really help open up your playing and really sort of connect the dots between shapes and notes and actual keys of music and that sort of thing. It's a good idea. After you get that laid out, go ahead and try to skip around a little bit. You can write out little chord progressions, or you can even play, the chord progression of your favorite song or whatever, just on one of those strings, bouncing around from the different root notes of the different chords. So a song like G, D, C, D, back to G. Of course, that would be like, how many songs have G, C, and D in them? It's like a lot of them, right? So start doing these things in that manner to really get this into your own brain, into your own playing in real time, rather than just, okay, where's D on the E string and I need to E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Okay, it's up there. That'll really help to solidify the things so they happen just like that, which is what you want. Let's do another one. So let's say, F, C, and B flat. Maybe we add a D. And you can make up different stuff too. Now, if you've gotten to know your E string and your A string really well, you already know half the guitar, 2 E strings plus the A string. Then go back and try to fill in the gaps on the D string, G, and B. And then when those are at a similar place, try this exercise. Try to play every single note on every single string in this manner. So let's start with C, for example. So if I play C, I'm going to start with C on the E string, and then C on the A string, and then C on the D string, then C on the G, and then the B, and then the E, right? And for the sake of this exercise, I'm just keeping it between the open strings and the 12th fret. And if a string or if a note comes up on an open string, I might also play it on the 12th fret, just so I know that those 2 notes are there available at any given moment. Let's move on to B. Let's go down. So B, 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 right? Or that 12th fret B. And you can do this throughout all of your notes. Try going around the circle of 4ths with this as well. So instead of going C, D, E, F, G, or backwards C, B, A, G, and so on, try to do something that requires your brain to skip around a little bit. So if we start with C, like I just played, C, 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 then the next note would be F. So F, 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 F. Next note after that would be B flat. So B flat, B flat, and then B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, and so on and so forth. So 2 things will happen if you do that. You'll get to know your circle of 4ths really well, which is important, and of course you'll get to know the notes on your guitar really well, which is the reason we are all here. Now remember, this is all a process. There's not going to be, one quick tried and true method that is going to, make you instantly recognize every single note on the guitar right away. It's really a process. Every time you pick up the guitar, try to look for actual musical notes. Don't just say, what string am I playing on and what fret am I playing on. Really look and try to decipher what notes you are playing. And that's really going to help solidify this concept of notes on the guitar, which always seem to kind of elude guitar players. I don't know how many students I've had that have asked me, is it really important to know the notes on the guitar? And I mean, I think yes. I think that's kind of a given if I'm a guitar teacher, right? Learning the notes on the guitar is only going to help you. It's not going to take anything away from you. If you look at it a little more systematically, there's 7 days in a week and 7 natural notes in our music system, so you could theoretically choose a note of the day and try to find all the A's on Monday, and then all the B's on the guitar on Tuesday, and all the C's of the guitar on Wednesday, and so on and so forth, right? Kind of goofy, but, might work for you. You could also do that with improvising. That's a really good idea. So instead of note of the day, it's key of the day. So on Monday, I'm going to practice improvising in the key of A, and then, the next day, the key of B, and so on and so forth. Really good for, of course, all the naturals. Then the next week, you can do 5 days of accidentals. How about that? So remember, this is a journey. It is worth it on the other side of this, and you'll get to know your guitar a lot better, and it's going to open up your playing a lot more. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If so, leave me a comment down below and hit all the buttons that are available to hit on either side of this video, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.